If you've been sending your resume out to dozens of jobs and hearing nothing but silence, I want you to stop for a second, because the problem probably isn't your experience. It's that the game changed while we were all sleeping, and nobody handed you the new rulebook. I've been in the trenches for 15 years. I've seen shifts, but nothing like this. Right now, most people are walking into interviews saying, "I know how to use ChatGPT." If that's you, I need you to hear me. In 2026, telling a recruiter you know how to use AI is like telling a pilot you know how to click a seatbelt. It's the bare minimum. It's a commodity. And honestly, it's getting people rejected. Data shows that 88% of recruiters can now spot a generic AI-generated cover letter in under 6 seconds. And 62% of hiring managers will instantly trash a resume if it looks like you just copy-pasted a prompt result without any human touch. If you're using AI as a crutch to do the work for you, you're invisible. But if you use it as an engine you've designed, everything changes. What are the candidates who are landing those $400,000 offers doing differently? Here's the part where most people have it backwards. We've been told to be users, but recruiters aren't hunting for users anymore. They're hunting for architects. Think about the difference. A user asks a chatbot for an answer and hopes it's right. An architect designs a self-correcting system where AI agents talk to each other to ensure the answer is perfect. We're seeing a massive shift towards something called agentic workflow design. It sounds technical, but it's actually a mindset. In 2025, the salary premium for workers with these specific AI skills hit 56%. That's a life-changing trajectory. Executives are now saying they'd rather hire a less experienced candidate who understands how to architect these systems than a 20-year veteran who's still doing things the manual way. In fact, 71% of leaders now prefer the AI-literate junior over the dinosaur senior. You don't need a computer science degree to be an architect. You just need to stop being a passive recipient of AI output and start being the one who builds the loop. Recruiters want to know, when the AI hallucinates, and it will, how did you build the system to catch it? That is the question that separates the six-figure earners from the people getting ghosted. But let's look at what this looks like in practice. Take a mid-level marketing manager I worked with recently. Her old resume said, "Used AI to generate social media content and email copy." That's a passive user response. It's boring, and it suggests she's easily replaced by the next version of the software. We pivoted her entire narrative to focus on orchestration. Her new bullet point read, "Engineered a 3-stage agentic loop that utilized one agent for research, a second for drafting, and a third critic agent to cross-reference brand voice and factual accuracy." This reduced her team's production time by 70% while increasing engagement. Or consider a logistics analyst who didn't just use AI to analyze data. He built a system that autonomously cleaned incoming supply chain reports and flagged anomalies before they reached human eyes. He didn't just do the job, he built the machine that does the job. He landed a role with a $280,000 package because he wasn't just a guy with a laptop, he was an 8x ROI. Demand for these AI orchestrators is growing at over 40% year over year. While others worry about AI taking their jobs, orchestrators are the ones being given the keys to the kingdom. Now, let's talk about the gotcha moment in the interview. A smart recruiter will ask, what happens when the AI is wrong? This is the ultimate test for an architect. A user will stutter and say they double-check everything manually. An architect explains their human-in-the-loop protocols and automated verification layers. You have to demonstrate that you understand the risks of hallucination, bias, and data privacy. You tell them, "I don't trust the AI output. I trust the validation system I built to vet that output." This shows a level of maturity that most candidates lack. It proves you aren't just following a trend, you're managing a new type of digital workforce. What if you aren't a coder? It doesn't matter. The most effective systems are often built using no-code orchestration tools. The value isn't in the lines of code, it's in the logic of the workflow. If you can diagram how data flows from a prompt to a finished, verified product, you have the edge. You're showing them that you can handle the messy reality of AI, not just the marketing hype. I know some of you are thinking, I don't have AI in my job title. I have a gap on my resume. Listen closely. This is actually your greatest advantage. For the first time in history, your learning agility is worth more than your tenure. Remember that 71% stat. Executives value AI architecting skills over a decade of traditional experience because a decade of experience in a dying workflow is a liability, not an asset. If you can walk into a room and show how you've architected a solution to a business problem today, it doesn't matter if you were doing something completely different 2 years ago. LinkedIn profiles listing AI skills have exploded, up 142 times in a single year. But most of those people are just adding a keyword. If you can explain the why and the how of a self-correcting workflow, you aren't just a candidate anymore. you're a consultant. Your ability to build is worth more to a CEO than a decade of doing in a world that doesn't exist anymore. Don't let the lack of a title stop you. The title is architect, and you give it to yourself the moment you start building. So, how do we get this onto your resume by Monday? Here's your 3-step architect action plan. Step 1. Audit your current wins. Find 3 tasks where you use AI. Step 2. Design the loop. Instead of a single prompt, draw out a sequence. Where does the data start? Who checks it? How is it finalized? Even if you're doing the checking, call it a verification layer. Step 3. Rewrite your bullets using the formula: action verb plus agentic system plus business ROI. Delete the word ChatGPT everywhere. Replace it with the specific workflow you orchestrated. Instead of manage social media with AI, try orchestrated and automated sentiment analysis loop that flagged customer issues in real time, increasing response speed by 60%. 99% of Fortune 500 companies use AI-integrated filters to read your resume. If those filters see passive user language, you're out. If they see architect language, you're in. The average senior job search is taking 5 months right now. It is brutal, but the cheat code isn't who you know, it's how you build. Go rewrite those bullets tonight. Focus on the system, not the prompt. This is the part that changes everything. Let's get to work.